Good morning, all. I hope you slept well. I do not feel good at all, but I wanted to make a quick video. I Ready Player One. I started watching that. That was on Netflix, and something he said in the beginning of it really kind of threw me in awe, because he said the world stopped trying to fix problems and just trying to live with them. Just started to try to live with them, and that's what landed them where they were at in Ready Player One, where they're all playing a game, they're all living a simulation, and the whole concept of the movie. I love the movie, but it spoke to me, because I was like, golly, that's so true. We have adopted that in our little reality, in our little world right now, where people just stopped trying to fix the problems and we just started living with them. And it's kind of like the same thing we're seeing now on the front stage. It's like, it's expected, because this is how Trump acts. And so MAGA and mainstream media and all this stuff just okays it, they divert it, they deflect it, and then on to the next issue, on to the next. And we're all just, it is what it is what it isn't. This is life. We can't fix the problem, so we're just gonna live with it. And it's like, well, I beg to differ. Speaking up and vocalizing and not putting these people on platforms that are part of the problem. Obviously he's in the term for the next few years. We all understand that. And we do have lack of control. That goes without saying. But you can definitely talk about it. You can balk back. I surely intend to. Candace surely intends to. There's a lot of people that are are doing it. I think it's comical. I would be ignorant to think that the FBI would actually do their job, whether it's to my case or any other case out there, if they can't seem to get their little duckies in a row for Charlie's assassination investigation case. Like, they can't seem to get their little duckies in the row. So what makes you think the FBI is actually doing their job? I mean, we have to think about these things, people. What'd she say? There was 12 phones or 11 phones from Israel on campus? Like, are you kidding me? And they know that. The administration knows that. FBI knows that. Why hasn't that been released? I mean, duh. Everything's so obvious, guys. Wake up. And I got dinged for one of her videos that I shared. They violated my account. I have a violation on there. They didn't approve it neither. It's not even my video and they violated it. But that's alright. You can violate me for Candace's. I'll go down. I got it. We're good here. Learn not to get triggered by people who go out of their way to trigger you. Yeah, that's what you learn. You learn how to not get triggered by people who go out of their way to trigger you. I had to learn that. Very, very much so. People have went out of their way to trigger me, to have me respond and act in certain ways. And it's so comical, because now I'm like, really? We're still here? We're still playing these games, guys? Okay. And so I almost have fun with it a little bit. I have fun with it. Depending on whatever the situations are and whatever kind of triggering they're trying to do to me, I know what's happening, right? And I'll approach it very calmly, very matter of fact. I'm a very matter of fact person when it comes to certain situations. I'm very, very matter of fact. And if they dance around and I'm like, okay, whatever you say, we're good here. Like, it makes no difference. I'm not going to go tit for tat with you. That's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my energy. And I'm too old for it. So whatever you say goes, And it's like you have to get to a place in your life where you kind of go into your everyday situations and circumstances like that with people that are just not on your level. They just choose to misunderstand you. They choose to misperceive you, and they choose to want to bring you down to their level because they're just grumpy, right? And it's like you just have to get to a place in your life where it's like, just don't meet them there. Don't meet them there. Don't let them trigger you. You have control of the triggering. You do. Misuse power, authority, cloud industry. Understand they are each other's industry and walk of the world. So that's the thing. I'm well aware that I have many, many people in very, very prominent places. And I have many, many people in very different industries, different circumstances of my walk that have went against me and have tried to skew my mind and my thoughts. And let me give you an example. Whether that's in my family, whether that's in my current companies that I work for, whether that's in tarot card readers that I follow, whether that's in, prominent people that I follow in the news and things like that. Like, I'm well aware that this is very, very big. I'm very well aware of that. Okay. And I'm well aware that there are a lot of people in this little simulation that have gotten paid or are getting paid. Okay. And I'm well aware that you guys push certain content for me to think certain things. I'm well aware of that. We're all on the same page there. Okay. And just so you're on the same page with me, it ain't never going to work because I see right through you. I do indeed. And I just allow you to do what you want to do. Be what you want to be. Say what you want to say. It makes no difference to me. It's not going to change my trajectory. It's not going to change my mindset. I already think the way that I think. I know what I know. I feel what I feel. And I say what I say. And I do what I do. And ain't nothing going to get me off course outside of God. And so I can tell you right now, if you're on the side of the fence taking payouts and doing all this stuff and doing the most with content and being deceptive and being disingenuous, you ain't running alongside God in those types of choices. All right? And if you ain't running alongside God, believe me, I know it. I see it. You know? I'm not here to go tit for tat for anyone. I'm not here to allow ignorance to trigger me. I'm here to talk about things that need to be talked about, to help people elevate past this crazy world we're living in. The Hunger Games, the Great Gatsby, I mean, you name it, we're living through it. That is what I'm here to do. I'm here to help people elevate. I'm here to help people find their way to God, find their way to Christ, find their way to Jesus, and find their way to who they're called to be and recognize what they already carry inside of them. That is what I'm here to do, you know? And outside of that, I just don't have time. But I felt very compelled because I want to let those know I know, okay? And, well, I mean, I know I'm a pretty big deal. I got a lot of people trying to take me off course, which is crazy to me. Little old me. Little old me. How about that? How about them apples, you know? I don't know what to say about it. Everyone has gifts and a purpose. I will fight for mine, my sons, and my families. I know that's right. That came to me last night. I'm in the brink of breaking very big generational curses. That I do know. And seeing as I had people that decided to come and attack my family, I've went ahead and taken the reins from here. I've taken the reins from here. All right. I'm going to stand for my last name, my schooler name. All right. You might have got the best out of my family. You might have got the best out of my siblings. You might have got the best out of my sons, but you ain't never going to take their soul. You ain't never going to take their soul. You ain't never going to take that. I'll go to the grave fighting for that. Yeah. I don't want my family to have to go down and act like the way you guys do. And that's exactly what would happen. If I were to say, if what happened to me, what they wanted to happen to me, happened to me, then my family would have went on doing what they do in different ways. But those in power would have came in and warped their mind, especially my sons. That's why I move the way that I move, because I want him to be